When Prince Harry and William were in school, the palace made a deal with tabloids that they were to be left alone when Harry and William were in school. When Harry's mom, the late Diana, passed away after being chased to her death by pubs in France, pubs paid for by UK tabloid press, there needed to be new rules, my family. And that's why one of the rules was that when Harry and William were in school, the tabloids leave them alone. But you won't be surprised to understand or realize that that deal was never really honored, my family. When Harry was in school, there was an incident, my family. Harry was accused of cheating. And it was all false. My family, I have never ever discussed this. And that's why I want to discuss this today. My family, we do know that Charles himself used his own children to get some good press for himself. That's what Charles did. The tabloids, when Diana passed away, they called Harry the new Diana. They're always looking for that person who will sell their papers. And when Diana passed away, after being chased to her death, the public were interested in Harry. They saw how sad Harry was. In fact, the royal family made Harry and William walk behind their late mother's coffin because they wanted sympathy. My family, that is what they wanted. And also because they feared that people will throw things at Charles because it became public knowledge that Charles was unfaithful to Diana. Because it was public knowledge that Charles never ever treated Diana well. And so they put Harry and William there to get sympathy. They used Harry and William for sympathy when they all knew how poorly and appallingly they had treated Harry's late mother when she was alive, my family. And they used Harry and William to get some sympathy for themselves. That is what the royal family did. And my family, Prince Harry was never ever protected. As you have now known even, deals were made to keep William safe. But no deals were ever made to protect the spare. No deals were ever made. And my family, when Harry was accused of cheating, the tabloids found out about it. Because clearly, there are people briefing them from the inside about what was happening in school with Harry and William. But mostly, their focus was on Harry. Not William, Harry. Because he was a spare. The palace would make any deal to keep William safe, but no deals were made to keep Harry safe. When Harry's mother was alive, she would say, I will give Harry much more love to compensate for any unfair treatment because she saw the unfair treatment even when she was alive. And she showed Harry much more love and much more affection to compensate for any unfair treatment that she herself could see happening to a younger son, Harry. And when she died, my family, it explains to you how it has been so difficult for Harry ever since, his mother died, how things have been difficult for him. even accepting his mother's death has been difficult for Prince Harry because of that void. And sadly, Charles clearly did not fill that void, because after Diana passed away and she was buried, just a few days later, Harry was shipped off to boarding school. That tells you really of why it has been even difficult for Harry to get over or even heal. I think healing is the right word, my family. To heal from his mother's passing because of how poorly he was treated even growing up, especially after his mother, who showed him so much love, passed away. And my family, in school, something happened. My family. And I want to talk about that today because I have never ever spoken about this extensively, my family. Please kindly hear what Harry said in his memoir when he was accused of cheating in exams. And I quote Harry's memoir, Spare. I completed my education at Eton in June of 2003. Thanks to hours of hard work and some extra tutoring arranged by Pa. No small feat for one so unscholarly, so limited, so distracted. And while I wasn't proud of myself, exactly because I didn't know how to be proud of myself, I felt a distinct pause in my non-stop internal self-criticism. And then I was accused of cheating. An art teacher came forward with evidence of cheating. Which turned out not to be evidence of cheating. It turned out to be nothing at all. And I was later cleared by the exam board, Harry said. I was later cleared by the exam board. But the damage was done. The accusation stuck. Broken-hearted, I wanted to release a statement. Hold a press conference. Tell the world I did the work. I did not cheat. The palace would not let me. Now, my family, I've been saying for a long time, Harry growing up, he has been used as a scapegoat for a long, long time. My family. To the point that somehow he must have felt like it's normal for him to be used as a scapegoat for a very, very long time. The tabloids would like that he's a cheater who cheated on exams, my family. And then they created narratives about Harry to paint him as someone who is a tickle, which still remain to this day. And yet they know it was all lies, that Harry did not cheat. But as always, when it comes to the Murdoch-owned tabloid press or the Rockmere-owned press, their policy is never let the truth get in the way of a good story. My family. And no wonder they went ahead and published lies that Harry cheated on exams, knowing fully well that even the exam board must have cleared Prince Harry, that indeed he wasn't a cheat, and that Harry did the work and he did not cheat. And my family, when you think about all this, remember, the palace made a deal with tabloids that the kids are to be left alone at school. They are not to be bothered. The kids are to be left alone at school. They are not to be bothered. My family. So even this so-called, allegation of cheating, it never should have been discussed by the UK tabloid press. Never. Why? Because the palace made a deal with tabloids. When the kids are in school, they are to be left alone. But clearly, my family, they must have meant when the heir is in school, he is to be left alone. Because he was the one who was always protected, but not Harry, the spare. And that has been Harry's life for a long time. My family, he has been used as a scapegoat to the point that somehow he has seen it as normal for him. My family, that is how things have been for Harry. And I feel like that is one of the reasons why the tabloids blame Meghan for Harry leaving the UK. Aside from the fact that tabloids in the UK are so misogynistic, they blame Meghan also for Harry leaving because Harry has been their scapegoat for a long time. And no matter how much it hurt him, no matter how much he would want to release a statement, hold a press conference to call out the lies, the palace would tell him, no, don't do this. Don't complain, don't explain. However, if it was William, the palace would have moved mountains to ensure any dirt about William is swept under the rug by leaking a story about Harry that is juicy. That sadly has been, the story of Harry's life. My family. And I feel like is one of the reasons why the tabloids and even the royal family, Charles, William, Kate, Camilla, they blame Meghan for Harry fleeing the UK. Because Harry, for a long time, has been used as their scapegoat. And no matter how much he wanted to speak up or speak out, he did not. However, when he did see his wife Meghan being abused, when he would come home to see the mother of his children be abused, Harry did something about it. He would condemn, he would speak up. Harry would issue a statement condemning racism against his then girlfriend Meghan. And no wonder even from Harry's memoir spare, he would tell us that Charles, William, would give him an earful. Why? Because Harry issued a statement condemning racism towards Meghan. And when Harry asked them, what's so bad about what I've done? They would say, we never ever issued a statement to protect our girlfriends. So just because you are bad boyfriends or bad spouses, my family, you equally want Harry to be similar, to be an uncaring boyfriend, to be an uncaring husband. Because clearly, that is what they wanted from Harry. And my family, I am glad that that is not who Harry is. My family. And when the royal family, saw videos like this, my family, because my family, I want you just kindly see this. An interview between Harry and Tom Bradby years ago. That happened. Please kindly look at this.
I have a family to protect. My mum clearly taught me a certain set of values, of which I will always try and uphold, despite the role and the job that sometimes that entails, if you know what I mean. But I think I will always protect my family, and now I have a family to protect. So everything that everything that she went through and what happened to her is incredibly raw every single day. And that's not me being paranoid. That's just me not wanting a repeat of the past. And if anybody else knew what I knew, be it a father, be it a husband, be it anyone, you'd probably be doing exactly what I'm doing as well. You know,
my family, when the whole family would see that Harry defending Meghan, when they don't want Harry to defend Meghan, they'll get angry. Because my family, in Harry's life, they'll tell him, Harry, don't complain, don't explain. He'd do it. No matter how much pissed he was that, you know, the media would call him a cheater who cheated, you know, on exams, Harry wanted to issue a press conference, but the palace would not allow him to. And Harry would just take it. For a long time, Harry has been the scapegoat. A scapegoat they could control. A scapegoat they could use and bend to their will. But when he saw the effect it had on Meghan, the abuse, the bullying, the hounding, Harry would condemn it. And the palace did not like that. Even from what I'm told my family, William did not like seeing Harry say what he was saying my family. That now I have a family to protect. I'll protect my family. William did not like that. And no wonder, the next day, he would go and say, you know, I have put my arms around my brother. I can't do that anymore. And the tabloids would blame Meghan, the new scapegoat. My family. You know? And my family, Prince Harry wasn't about to sit down, idly by, do nothing, as he comes home every day to see Meghan crying. Because that is what Harry tells us he would come home to see, you know, happening in my family. Meghan crying. And saying that she wanted to take her own life because of this hate campaign created by the UK media and the farm against her. Or because of jealousy. Jealousy about Meghan's star power. Jealousy about Meghan's popularity. The attention that Meghan was receiving from the public. Or because of jealousy. My family. And my family, you know, I'm proud of the man who Harry is. I'm proud of the values that he learned from his mother. That if you have someone you love, fight for that love, protect that love. And that is what Harry has done in his life. My family. And it is disgraceful that the tabloids never ever honored their deal they made with their whole family to leave the kids alone at school, my family. Because if they truly left their children at school, my family, then this incident would have been an internal matter. My family, the exam board cleared Harry. That was supposed to be it. But my family, the tabloids, already called Harry a cheater. My family. And by the time the truth came out, it was too late. As Harry said in his memoir, the damage was already done. The accusation stuck. That was Harry's life. But sadly, he became accustomed to it. My family, no matter how much painful it was, my family, he became accustomed to it. You know, and that's why I keep saying, you know, the tabloids really feel in their minds delusionally that they can get Harry back into this role of being the scapegoat for the farm. Alone, without Meghan, Archie, Elizabeth. Because, as I've always said, they don't want Harry to be happy. They want Harry miserable, as the other spares were. From Margaret to Andrew, they want the same thing to happen to Harry. And that he remains inside the gilded cage to perform for tabloids. And to send a message to other members of the royal family who may have wanted to leave in the future. Or even right now. That you can't leave, go out there and succeed. That's the message they're trying to send. And that they also want to send the message that no matter where you go, we can get to you. we can continue hounding you. Just like what they're doing right now, my family. Harry and Meghan live in the US, but still, they're being hounded by the UK media because it is them who paid Paps in New York to aggressively pursue Harry, Meghan, and Doria. Daily Mail and Daily Express, two UK tabloids, had photos of Harry and Meghan in a taxi. My family. So clearly, it tells you, the market for those photos is in the UK. And Daily Mail tabloids in the UK pay for pub photos of Harry and Meghan. And that's the truth and nothing but the truth. My family. They also want to send a message to Harry and Meghan that, hey, look, we are in the US. You fled the US because you wanted to be free from us. But you can't be free from us. That's the message they're trying to send to Harry and Meghan. Not trying, they're sending to Harry and Meghan. And my family, I consider it threats. And attempts at sabotaging Harry and Meghan, because that's what they're doing right now. By spreading this message to other celebrities. Hey, look, if you come close to Harry and Meghan, listen, you won't have access to the royal family. You won't be able to tell anything in the UK because you're close to Harry and Meghan. That's the message they're trying to send. They want to harass Harry and Meghan in the US, a place whereby they fled to seek refuge away from the UK media. And my family, I want to tell the tabloids, you won't succeed in harassing Harry and Meghan in the US. My family, I want to continue with what was said. My family, Harry said this, and I quote, broken-hearted, I wanted to release a statement, hold a press conference, tell the world I did the work, I did not cheat. The palace would not let me. In this, as in most things, the palace stuck fast to the family motto, never complain, never explain. Especially if the complainer was an 18-year-old boy. Thus, I was forced to sit by and say nothing. While the papers, my family, hear this very well, while the papers call me a cheat and a dummy every day. Every day. Because of an art project. I mean, how do you cheat on an art project? This was the official start of that dreaded title, Prince Takeoff. That's also what I wanted to cover in this video. My family. We have seen UK media believing somehow that Harry would come back to the UK, will come back to Britain. My family. That's what they believe really in their minds. And my family, as I've always maintained, only someone who isn't intelligent would go back to abuse. My family. Only someone who isn't intelligent would go back to abuse. And somehow, some way, the tabloids believe they can get back Harry back inside the gilded cage, where they believe he should never ever have left. Because the target of abuse and insults, the person who tabloids and the firm were trying to drive out of Harry's life, was Meghan. They never wanted Harry to leave. Only Meghan and Archie, of course. That's what they wanted, my family, but not Harry. When Harry left, to this day, they have never been able to accept, saying that Harry is thriving elsewhere. And that's why they're basically sending threats to others. Don't be around Harry and Meghan. Don't support them publicly. People in America are being threatened, my family. Celebrities in America are being threatened not to come close to Harry and Meghan. That's the message being sent, my family. That's the message that I'm seeing right now, my family. Basically. Because abusers can't stand seeing you thriving elsewhere. Can't stand seeing you loved. With people who love you back. They just can't stand it. And they want to be the only ones who my family, Prince Harry and Meghan, are forced to come and speak to, come and engage with. My family, Harry will never ever wine or dine with the tabloid he blames for the loss of his mother and also for the loss of his own unborn child. Harry would never ever do that, and it's high time they understand that, my family. However, this title, Prince Tico, that they used against Harry for a long time to portray him as someone who isn't intelligent or clever. My family, it's what they feel about, Prince Harry. It's what they want from, him, because only someone who is intelligent would come back to abuse. And they see Harry as someone who, might want to come back to abuse. That's in their minds, my family. They believe they can get Harry back, one way or the other. They believe they can split Harry from his wife Meghan and kids. And that's why they tell you really what they want. When they read those articles, Harry has gone to a hotel to get away from Meghan, Auntie Lilibet. They're telling you what they want. Harry alone, away from his wife Meghan and kids. That's what they want. Not to destroy his home. Not to destroy his marriage, my family, to Meghan. They want the spare back inside the cage, performing for them. But my family, Harry won't perform for them. And Harry is someone who is smart. And he is never ever going back to abuse. Listen, of course, he has said he loves, his brother, his father, yes. My family, which son would not? But he has also said what he's going to do. Space. Keep his distance and space. My family, from those who have clearly, caused him hurt and pain, he'll keep his distance and space and protect his sanity, protect his mental health. My family, they never ever say Meghan is going to come back because they know who she is. My family, Meghan showed them in the coronation, my family, she ain't coming. Meghan has shown time and time again she's not coming back to abuse. And they already have gotten the message. What they're hoping is that Harry does not feel the same way. That is what they're hoping for. That is what, all the cards are placed on in this constant attempt at trying to split Harry from Meghan, Archie, and Lilibet. But my family, they'll never ever succeed. And Harry is not Prince Tico. Harry is a smart man who knows exactly where he is, who values the freedom he has now, not begging Charles William for money. That life is not a life that Harry will ever come back to. Never. That's never going to happen. My family. And Harry then says this kindly. This was the official start of that dreaded title, Prince Tico, just as I was cast as Conrad without my consultation or consent. I was now cast in this role. The difference was we did much ado about nothing for 3 nights. This had the look of a role that would last a lifetime. Prince Harry, oh yeah, not too bright, can't pass a simple test without cheating. That's what I read. That is what I read. I talked to Pa about it. I was near despair. And yet they want him to come back to this life. This is the life they want him to come back to. Somehow they say this is the life that Harry is missing. A life of despair. A life of being accused of something which he never did. My family, someone who's not clever will come back. And that's what, they're hoping for. That this Prince Tico narrative is true. That Harry will come back. He is not coming back. Harry is not coming back. And Harry is a smart man. He is not coming back. Harry then says this, my family, and I quote, he said what he always said. Darling boy, just don't read it. He never read it. He read everything else from Shakespeare to white papers on climate change, but never the news. He did watch the BBC, but it often ended up throwing the controller at the TV. The problem was everyone else read it. Everyone in my family claimed not to. Just like Pa. But even as they were making this claim to your face, liveried footmen were bustling around them, fanning every British tabloid across silver platters as neatly as the toast and marmalade. My family, you've heard that for yourself, as Harry has said. The relationship between the royal family and tabloids. No matter what Charles said, that, hey, look, don't read them, my family. Clearly, his people even, work hand in hand with people who abuse his own son. My family. Utterly wrong and despicable. So my family, what do we learn from all of this, my family? We learned that, first of all, Harry was never ever protected by the palace. No deals were ever made to keep Harry safe. Deals, however, were made to keep William safe. And my family, it is just so wrong how Harry was treated. So wrong, my family. Poorly. And that deal of, leaving the kids alone at school, clearly it only applied to Prince William, but never to Harry. My family. Because my family, if the kids were to be left alone, my family, in school, then this so-called allegation of Harry cheating would never ever have ended up on the front pages. Never. But sadly it did. And it hurt Harry so much. And clearly, it has caused him pain to this day. Now my family, no person who is smart or intelligent will ever come back to the UK. But they're hoping that Harry is what they say is Prince Theko. He is not. He is not. He is not. I feel like they view Harry as the weakling. The weak link, my family. That they might find a way to lure him back or abuse him back to the UK. My family, that's never going to happen. That is never ever going to happen. My family. They won't ever succeed in doing that. Now, my family, tell me your thoughts about what we have just discussed, my family. I'd like to please kindly hear your opinion, as to how the papers lied about Prince Harry, calling him a cheater in exams. We have never ever discussed this, but my family, I had to cover this today. Tell me your thoughts about that kindly. I'd like to hear your opinion as to how Harry was treated all of his life and family. Do you agree with me that in Harry's life, he has been used as a scapegoat of the family, and somehow he might have viewed it as normal for him? I want to hear your opinion on that, my family. And then when he saw Meghan going through abuse, being the scapegoat, the new scapegoat of the family, it was like, nah, this can't happen to her. He saw the effect it had on Meghan, and he said, we're leaving. And now you're seeing the tabloid media trying to hound Harry and Meghan in the US. My family, we must keep fighting this hate campaign. We must not let it win. And we must keep calling out those who spread this hate campaign against Harry and Meghan and condemn it. My family. No weapon formed against Harry, Meghan, Anthony Bedana, and Doria Raglan shall ever prosper. He never wins. It's loud, yes, but it never wins. Only love wins. Stay tuned on this video, my family. Love you all the forever. And Harry ain't never coming back. Harry is not the weak link. Harry is someone who has shown you the lengths he's willing to go to keep his family safe. And my family, we are proud of what he has done to keep Meghan, Archie, Lilibet safe, and what he continues to do. And my family, Harry will never ever whine or dine with people he blames for the loss of his mother and also for the loss of his unborn child, the UK tabloid press. And if they think that someone they can abuse Harry and Meghan into speaking with them or into engaging with them, my family, with Harry and Meghan, abuse drove them out of Britain. Abuse won't make them speak with tabloids. It's not going to happen. Or return them back to Britain, my family. It's not going to happen. Stay tuned to the next video, my family. Love you always and forever. America is Meghan's home. And they won't hound Meghan out of her home. and Americans won't entertain the harassment of one of their own on American soil in their family. They will not tolerate that. Stay tuned to our next video. Love you always and forever. Hello, members of Zesco Family TV. First of all, I want to say thank you for all your support that you give us to our channel. We don't take it for granted that you support this channel. I want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts for lending out your support and fighting against injustices, supporting Prince Harry and Meghan, showing them love. Love will always triumph over evil, and for that I say thank you. Good will always prevail over bad. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you so much for joining this community, this amazing community of Zesco Family TV. I love you so much, family, from the bottom of my heart, and I wish you all the best. May you have a great day, and I hope that you enjoyed this video and learned a lot of things. With that and so much more, stay tuned to our next video. Leave a comment below, like and subscribe. Love you, family, always and forever. Sayonara.